that trucker put a weird sign behind his truck. The sign said that, "I'm a scientist and I need work. If you need me, you can call me and hire me right now." It's weird and ironic sign, but the truth and the story behind it was something that shocked people all over the world. Douglas was a poor trucker in his 40s. Everybody thought that he was a normal guy, but the truth was way stranger than everybody saw. He had that sign at the back of his truck that said "Scientist in need for work" with his phone number attached to it. Douglas used to be a very bright student. He was even smarter than his teachers in school, but unfortunately he was also the poorest kid. So he worked day and night to pay for his school. And even though he was always busy, he would come always the first on his class. He graduated and he worked in one of the most famous labs in his city. And one day Douglas discovered something that was about to save humanity. The discovery was going to help doctors and scientists discover cancerous cells in very early stage. But when he was about to finish his discovery, he faced a big problem. He needed a lot of money to finish his discovery, but he was shocked that every college refused to give him even $1. They mocked him and they told him that his discovery is not as important as he's saying and that they cannot support him at the moment. They even advised him to leave his job and try to find a more stable job in a company. Douglas felt awful and he was sure that no one was going to help him at all. He went into depression and he started to destroy all his discovery and paper. But at this moment, two of his friends and colleagues offered him to buy those papers. He told him that he's a loser and he doesn't think those papers are worth anything. But they insisted on buying his papers and he ended up just giving it to them for free. After that, Douglas decided to abandon science forever. He felt awful for all these years he wasted on science for nothing. He decided to focus on his life and he got married. And so he can provide for his new family, he started searching for a job. He failed in finding a suitable job and he ended up working as bus driver. His salary was $8 an hour, but Douglas just keep on going for over 20 years, just trying day by day. Days, months and years went on, and after 20 years he read something very weird in the news. He was shocked to find that his old friends that bought his papers got Nobel Prize. They were successful into turning his old research and his old paper into reality. At the beginning he felt betrayed and he thought they stole his idea. Even the paper didn't put his name among the people who were helping in this discovery. Even his friends, they got over $400,000 for each of them. And a lot of companies will pay them millions of dollars for their discovery. And Douglas, the man with the original idea, will get nothing. After a while, Douglas realized that it's his fault and he don't really deserve any of the fame or the money. It was him who sold his own discovery and he gave up on his dreams so early. A few days went by and he got a weird phone call. The one who called him was one of his old friends that bought his discovery. That friend told him that he's invited to a party to celebrate the Nobel Prize and there is a nice surprise for him. Douglas agreed to go, but he was suspicious. He thought they would mock him when he goes there. He thought he shouldn't go, but he had to go because it was a big deal for him. And he borrowed some nice clothes and he went to the party. And when he saw their old friends getting their prize and admiration, he was somehow proud of them and what they achieved. But he was shocked when they started speaking. They thanked him in front of everyone and they said that he was the reason that they reached this discovery. And if it wasn't for his effort and his genius, they wouldn't have gotten this award. Because of those words, the scientific community started looking at Douglas as a forgotten scientist. They couldn't believe that a genius like him was working as a truck driver. He got showered by offers to work in the biggest companies in his scientific field. A nice job in a big lab with a nice salary. And now he's happily working in one of those labs and under him a lot of students learning from him. And just like that, happiness came back into his life because he was doing what he really wanted to do all his life. He said, "It was a big mistake to give up on my dream and my discovery. I should have fought for it. Thanks for watching, and please follow Comic Books in Arabic